you should have kept on just in case. Wearing your summer clothes you called fate. You never told a lie that you didn't wish was true. Will there ever be a time you need me as I need you? I can't comprehend the thoughts inside your head, so we're never gonna hear the end. Never gonna hear the end. Oh, we're never gonna hear the end. Never gonna hear the end. Tongue-tied, 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 tongue-tied. We're never gonna hear the end. 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 We're never gonna It's coming to a close. I guess I should know that I'm never gonna see you again in a place that sells vintage clothes. I guess you should know that it hasn't been the easiest years for a band of living in the throes. And then I see a smile between repetitive aisles of flannel shirts, and I thought you would show like a beautiful ghost caught in a saving throw. And I don't even care that it's over, and I don't even care. Coming to a, I guess I should know that the softer every phase, the words remain as shown in the summer snow. Well, it hasn't been the easiest years in a life that hasn't let you go. And then I see a smile between repetitive aisles of well-worn dirt, and I thought you would show, I thought you would show, I thought you would show. And I don't even care that it's over, and I don't even care. And I don't even care that it's over, and I don't even care there's a wall. I won't ever look back in anger. I won't ever look back at all. It's coming to a close. To a close. It's coming to a close. It's coming to a Well, here we are again. I've been here I must make haste, but I don't know what's ahead or what the ending will bring. I just need to take a minute and then try again to take out the king. If I'm stuck, I'll call you with each stage I'll move through. Well, I know just a little more. Each step I load brings us closer to that old throne. If I'm stuck, I'll call you with each stage I'll move through. Well, I know just a little more. Each step I load brings us closer to that old throne.
Hey, hi, hello. Hey, hi, hello. My name is Hayano. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hello, 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 hello. Hey, hi, hello. My name is Hayano, and today we are back with the resetto. The reset of dooms. The doom of the reset. The doom of the reset, the reset of the doom. Hello. Hey, hi, hello. My name is Hayano, and nya hello, a big nya hello to everybody. Hello, hello, hello. A big hello to Nimby. Hi, Nimby. To Melkor, to Serpent, to William, to Adam, and a big hey, hi, hello to everyone who's anywhere else in the world. However you'll be looking for. Hello, Jinsu! Hi! Hi, hi, hi! Oh my goodness, okay, we are live. I don't know. Chat, I have a confession to make, chat. I have a confession to make. Number one, I don't know if this will be the day. Number two, I don't know, but I was really randomly anxious today. I was really randomly anxious. I'm not entirely sure why. The being perceived gene kicked in a little bit. And if you don't know what that is, I have a real issue. A real issue, which is completely runs contradictory to me being a VTuber, which is that I have a kind of fear of being perceived. I kind of have a very deep fear of being perceived. And I don't know where it's come from, but I do know that if you want to be a VTuber, you have to just kind of accept that. You have to accept that you're going to be perceived, because obviously, you know, obviously. But I kind of got weirdly nervous when I set up stream today, and I was like, man, and I was kind of kicking my feet and doing my little technological dance, and I was like, damn, it's been a while since I've had the performance jitters, and I'm wondering if it's because I'm watching myself a lot more for editing clips and stuff. I'm watching myself a lot more because for a while I was scrubbing VODs, and then Teddy stepped in and helped with that. And obviously, even if I'm not doing the VOD scrubbing, I'm all of the editing. Thank you to Sympanic as well. I'm like having to I guess check that the clips that are going up on the channel are actually funny or have some actual content to them. And like, that's an entirely different ball game level of being perceived by yourself. Hello! Thank you so much for the follow, Dark King Edwin Davis Jr. TTV. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you have a wonderful day. I've been really weird about it. I was like really oddly weird about being perceived, and being perceived. And I think the real issue is that because I've been looking at myself a lot more to like revise and change and edit these clips and get constant content out on the channel, I'm a little bit overwhelmed, which is weird. I didn't expect my own perception of myself to affect I don't like being perceived. But being perceived by yourself is a whole different ballgame, and I'm not sure where I'm at with it right now. But yeah. I'm learning to deal with it. But yes, hello. A big hi to Edwin. Am I okay to call you Edwin? I hope so. And hi, Ty! Hello, Ty! Hi. I'm just shiny hunting Registeel in my Pokemon Shining Pearl on my Nintendo Switch. Well, we are also using Shining Pearl, and we are trying to get this gosh darn Piplup home. Can you make the pop noise? Oh, the VTuber one that's like that. I can't actually do it very loud. I don't think I can do it loud enough for it to pick up. Hold on. I can't do it. Yeah, no. I don't think it's loud enough. I don't think it's loud enough. Yeah. I've been scotting it. That's fair. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna level with you. I have no idea what that means. I heard it. Excellent. Great. Happy birthday, Hayano. I saw William put that earlier as well. It's not my birthday, guys. It's in fact not my birthday. Oh, Cyclops Marvel Rivals. I haven't played Marvel Rivals yet today. Are you having fun on him? He looks terrifying. I'm very much not looking forward to it as a strat main. Not looking forward to that one. I got 198 encounters for Registeel. Well, may he come home super early. May Miku bless you this day. Thank you, Teddy. And everyone say a big thank you to Teddy, because Teddy's been scrubbing through literal hours worth of VODs to get clips for the channel. So if you're wondering how the 2 videos per day has even been possible, it is largely because of the hard work of Teddy. So everyone say thank you, Teddy. Thank you, Teddy. Hehehehe. Hi, hello, Constantino. Hi. Piplup only? Yeah, Piplup only. I don't perceive me. Yeah, but you're having to perceive me. Goodness gracious. But yeah, I was back to me being a dork. I was weirdly nervous today, and I was like, why am I weirdly nervous? I genuinely think it's just because I've been perceiving myself more, and maybe because that like one Instagram clip got to like 100k views, and I'm like, we're not gonna talk about that. We're literally not gonna talk about that. I'm ever so thankful for that. Don't get me wrong. However, we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that because that's scary. That's really scary. That's really scary. Hi, Ava! Ava, hi! Hello. How you doing today? Hello. Yes. A big thank you to Teddy. Because I would not be able to be doing half as much as I'm doing on the YouTube channel if it wasn't for Ted. Meow. I feel like that sleep clip going viral is really my penance to chat. that one sleep clip being perceived so much, it feels like a tax that's being paid out to chat, because the amount of times that they were like, please upload it, again, and I'm like, you know. Maybe it's being perceived by a new audience that's getting you. Maybe? I want to say it's not that. I want to say it's like, because like I'm suddenly aware of how like much of my stream is a dud for like clipping. That I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, so like this is something I clearly have to improve on. I have to like stop being able to condense my thoughts down. But like, man, that's hard. That's so hard. I don't even know how to begin to do that. Because as you know, when I hit that start stream button, it's like I become possessed. It is genuinely like I become possessed. Like, I don't remember what I'm talking about, even like 2 minutes after I've had the conversation. 3 minutes after I've had the conversation. It's gone. You expect me to be able to put an entire thought together in my brain and then actually say it without getting distracted several times? Without exploding? No! That's not happening. So I think that's why I'm like, I was a little nervous, a little nervy. They've got to be, I'm like looking at myself objectively, you know? You get me? You feel me? Nobody is always funny. Yeah, you're totally right. And I think it's something that I've got to like, I've got to wrestle with. Why is that gone up to 22? That was not up to 22. That was up to 19. It was maybe 20. Why would you lie on this day? My birthday. Chat, this is your fault. I'm starting birthday jokes now, and it's bad. It's bad. At the same time, the difficulty of having clips also shows that you're not trying to force it. If stuff happens, people will find it funny enough to clip. That's a moment no bit can compare to. So I think there's always a need to give yourself grace. I agree. I ultimately do agree. However, there is a little hypocrite goblin living inside of my brain, and that hypocrite goblin says every single thing you do is a bit because you are dedicated to the bit. You are committed to the bit. You and the bit are in a long-term relationship that you've been married for 10 years, and the bit is your entire life at this point. Surely you could do something with that. And the little hypocrite goblin in my head. The little hypocrite in my the little hypocrite goblin in my head needs to shut up. But I'll get there. I'll refine my mojo with it. I'll refine the ability to be able to look at myself from a professional standpoint. From a professional standpoint, and then also consider who I am from Hayano. It's about balancing the two. For sure. Intentional versus unintentional bits. Mm-hmm. Also, I'm needlessly dramatic sometimes. Call it the theatre kid in me that never got to be. Huh? How I would have loved to be a theatre child. Hee. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Meow 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 meow. actually uploaded that clip, and then I realized in some sick way how long we'd been doing this hunt again. Because that was back when I was using my OG model, which I would love to use again. Need to get re-rigged. That's it. That's on my notes to do. It's on my to-do list. My must-do milk list. That my shopping list of things that I must do. I've got so many things that I must do. And so many of them. So many of them I grapple with endlessly. Was there a point to this? Oh, how it's so sick how long I've been doing this hunt. It's so horrible how long I've been doing this hunt. So horrible, so terrible. Your descendants will have to continue this hunt. I'll be doomed. I'll be doomed. Brother, I don't even think I'm having any descendants. It's over. It's friggin' over. Baby, the bloodline is ending with me. You can do it. I can do it. I can make this hunt happen in my lifetime. I can do it. This hunt is easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm not even worried about it. So what if it takes like another year? So what if it takes another 2 years? That's just content, baby. Please, please. Piplup, 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 I'm begging you. Please don't take another 2 years. Please. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. You can always just have family film the role or just appoint someone as a sacrifice. Yeah, I'm gonna sacrifice Radish to the hunt. It'll be Radish. It'll be Radish's responsibility. Hello, stuck in briefcase simulator, huh? Stuck in briefcase simulator. Hell, help me! It's so over. Also, Adam and Mr. Dude Sam, thank you both for the streaks. Adam, what is it? 25? 25. Adam. Adam. Oh my god, I forgot I actually have people who are interested in listening to me yap for that long. Surely I've said the same shit at some point. Do you think I've said? I'm trying to swear less. I am trying to swear less. But surely I've said a myriad of similar things. I wonder if Adon's ever sitting in stream and goes, Hayano is talking about that one thing again. Then again, we did kind of reach that with irregulars with food for a while, because every time I'd get into a food conversation, it was like a per stream basis, because I really like food. So like, it was like all the time, we were getting into food. So, and that became an ongoing joke, so like, probably. There's probably more ongoing jokes, honestly. Also, well, of course you're entertaining, thank you. And I'm also too collect a brain. I can't bring myself to let a streak go. Oh, bless your little heart. Bless your little heart. Thank you, your local editor, for the follow. I really appreciate it. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you have a wonderful day. Did you see my message that Twitch auto caption thinks butt is a swear? I did! That's so funny. Little butt. I can't say that. It's a swear. Twitch will bonk me. Twitch will bonk me. May I ask how long you've been hunting Piplup? I don't... Like a year? I mean, I don't think it's a year yet. Well, it was a year. It has been a year time-wise, but I had to take a hiatus for a while because honestly, we got to like 10k and I was like, I need a break. I need a goddamn break. We do about 100 hunts every Friday. And for a while, when we first streaming them, I wasn't counting them because I had what we call a scuff capture card, which was me pointing my Switch at a webcam. So a lot of those early streams were very much scuffed, and we didn't really count the... We didn't really count. We did not really count. So there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that. That should not... Is that 6? I feel like that's too high. I think it skipped again. Oh man, that's a long time, and here I thought me hunting Arceus and BDSP was taking a while. It's fine. We've seen shinies. We've seen Starly shinies. Which was fun. It was fun. You know, seeing shiny Starlies was fun the first, like, 2 times. And then from then on, it kind of started getting more and more sad. But hello, South Central. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I hope you have a wonderful day. Oh, this is the first time I've seen the new head pat work. Thank you for the head pats. It's Karma, though. Hello. And hello, Pitu. Hi, Pitu. Also, hi, it's Karma, though. And hello, Amazing Killer. Oh my god. Everyone just apparated. I bet if you picked one of the other starters, it would instantly shine. I do not believe. I think this is just cursed. I'm pretty sure this hunt is just cursed. Also, hello, Gamer to Hen. Hi. Also, yes. Thank you, Ty. I will posture check. I'm sat up. I'm sitting. What are we doing? We're shiny hunting. That's what we're doing. Whoa, it's me, Girly Pops. But yes. Are we not sleeping tonight? We will! I'm better about it now. I promise I'm better about it now. I'm so much more of a professional streamer than I was when that clip was taken. I can't believe that clip was probably like a year ago now. That clip. That was before I knew how to manage my medication and streaming at the same time. Like, I know it was a long hiatus to have, but those 3 months where I was doing like physical therapy and stuff, I was like, man, I'm actually learning how to like manage my body like throughout the day. So hopefully, if I'm not super stubborn about my medication takeage, and I'm not also super stubborn about when I don't feel well, yeah. Hopefully we can reach a middle ground of me having it mostly managed. Warm weather, yeah, it's coming, and I don't like it. It makes my joints act up. Then again, my joints act up when it's cold as well, so man, extremes just aren't good for my little bones. That clip brought me here. Thanks for doom scrolling. Yeah, doom scrolling. I appreciate anyone who like translated over from that clip. Like, I was not expecting like nearly as many people to translate over. I mean, it's not been like crazy, but it's been enough to where it's been like a noticeable amount, and I'm like, damn. So that's fun. It's fun that happened. It's also mildly embarrassing, and in certain ways, incredibly mortifying to know that so many people have heard me snore. But you know, you don't get to pick you don't get to pick how people know you. They just know you. Hello, Ramos! Hi in the Ramos Network. If you find a shiny penguin, send it my way. I'm so sorry. I will not be sent it. The minute the shiny penguin gets here, it's over. I'm keeping it till the end of time. I'm so sorry. Hi, Shin! Oh my god, Shin! Hi! I'm heading right there with you. 1,813 resets. That's It's gonna be a long walk-in. It's gonna be a long road. But don't worry, I'm sure you'll get it before I do. I tried hunting Jimjar and BDSP for like an hour. I eventually said, nope, not doing this. So I got it in Legends Arceus to save my sanity. Unfortunately, I wanted the save file to be a badge quest. That's gone really well for me. That's gone really, really well for me. I must see this clip. It's just the honk shoe clip. However, if you're in the Discord, I'm sure someone will post it. Hold on. Where's my Discord button? Where's my Discord button? That's my Discord button. I'm a professional. You know what? That's also a good assurance that people who got in here because of the clip, I mean, you sleep or not sleep on stream, people will still be here. I try to be. Listen. My dream is to be a performer and Oshi for the I was gonna say millions, but actually I don't want to be an Oshi for the millions. An Oshi for the hundreds. One day I will be an Oshi for the hundreds. You know, I've always had very lofty goals for myself. But I wanted to get to 30 consecutive viewers at one point in my life, and I did that. I managed to do that maybe half a year ago. I got to 30 consecutive viewers, and it was the coolest thing I've ever done in my life. Because I don't look at views during stream. I do not look at it. I perform all the same, no matter how many eyes are on me. And so, for me, when I looked at my thing and I was like at 30, I was like, holy moly, that is like a life dream. So now my dream is to Oshi. To Oshi for many people. To Oshi for many people one day. That's the goal. I mean, I don't know how long I'll be able to do this, or like how long I'll be able to goof around and give this a whole good shot. But as long as you'll have me, I'll be here, and yeah, I'll be having fun doing it. That wasn't a shiny, was it? No, it wasn't. Wow, that was loud and kind of slow. I think it should be pinned into Discord. I'll send the Instagram link and pin it in. I've also got enough shinies to be generally happy. I ain't got the honk shoe, but I've still got the I need to empty my balls. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna hit. I don't think that's gonna hit Instagram in the same way. Hopefully not. I don't want people to know about my balls. Hello! Hello! Hi! Oh my god, I still don't know how to pronounce your name. Seishuan? Seishuan? I don't... Seo? I don't know. I'm so sorry. But you're the lifter! You're the power Oshi lifter, if I'm correct. I know you've been around here before because in the back of my brain, you're in that Oshi, lifting Oshi's group. Which I think is so cool. That's the back of my brain memory for you. That's the back of my brain. Hello! Wee woo, yep. There must be something going on. That's a little concerning. I think that only works because it contrasts with you. It's not atypical to hear across gender. Yeah, it's I'm usually try to be mostly say so when I do make tongue-in-cheek jokes, which I do make tongue-in-cheek jokes because, as I have warned people, I have these nuts humor. okay? Be aware. I have these nuts humor. I am very immature, okay? We're all on par here that I'm very immature. That is why those jokes exist. However, I try to make it a little bit more tongue-in-cheek and not so obvious on stream. Sway Chen Doc, if I'm not wrong? Yes. Everyone says, Such, like, Sush? Okay, I can do Sush. Also, hi, Scarla! Hi! Hi, Scarla! Hello! Vivi emote. Vivi emote. That's my Oshi. We're gonna get black and white remakes before you get shiny Piplup, apparently. Don't do me like that! What? Do not do me like that, dude! Oh my god. Oh, I'm so doomed. I'm so doomed. It's fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Also, also so sweet for you to remember me like that. No, dude. Dude. You don't have to be like that. I try my best to generally remember most people who come in here, because I'm still small enough to do so why the hell not, you know? But it helps if you, like, have a thing. It helps if you have a thing. Like Iris, who goes by Sad Victorian Girl, is our resident rock doctor, because geology. So if I make that connection in my head, I'm way more likely to, like, remember someone. And that's important to me, because, like, dude, I'm small enough to where, like, my community carries a lot. My community carries a lot of what I do, and honestly, they carry a lot of the conversation. I am not this bombastically funny on my own. So, I try and remember where I can. Yes. So it's primarily a non-binary joke, like, it's primarily a what absurd thing can I say humor? Yeah. I get that. Have you had a model update since I'd last dropped by? Right now we are using the Prism by Akizone model, and I did the texture updates for it myself, so I'm still kind of working on it. It's like a slow upgrade thing when I get time to work on it, but like for the time being. Yeah, that's the model I'm using right now. The Prism model is incredible. The tracking on it is amazing. I really cannot overstate that at all. So yeah. Switch 2 is gonna get modded? How dare you? God damn it. Pokecatch. Well, it looks great! Thank you! I definitely recommend checking out the Prism model. It's really a lot of that. Crying. Guess what? Hi, Dino! Hello, Dino! Hello. Hi. Also, hi, Caddy! And hi, Remus! Hello! What type of drink do you have for, today? I have water. No, I didn't want to click. I was pressing A without thinking. I remember you citing on the horns on your character are a sign out that you're not a typical cow, because female cattle rarely have horns. So one of the first thing I think about your model is non-binary. Yes, absolutely. I am autistic, so I have a complicated relationship with my own gender. However, that also means that I kind of struggle to fit into one exact label. I just go with the flow most days. I'd say the closest, if I'm being honest, to what I feel like is gender fluid, but my relationship is just complicated to the idea of, like, I don't want to stick an exact label on it because it is just a personal relationship that I have with gender. So that's why I wanted to keep the horns, because not only are they cute and I like them, I think it's something a little bit personal about me that I got to add to Hayano's design. And that's, you know, it. The potato cord is here. Okay, my corgis. Ah, hi, Arc Prisma. Hello. Hi. Oh my God, you're the one who's been commenting on a bunch of my videos on Instagram. Hi. Hello. Hello. Something supernatural about that. Also, yes, I will Poyo. Sorry, William, I missed the Poyos. Did I hydrate for Ty? Hold on. We're gonna do a quick thing, which is I will hydrate for Ty, and if I did hydrate for Ty, then Ty gets a double hydrate. If I didn't hydrate for Ty, this is me righting my wrong. And also some Poyos for William. Poyo. Please, Pippa, Poyo. Pippa, Poyo. And this is why we call Hiya Father. Also, hi Pablo. Hi. Hello. Pablo. You beat for autism. We love autism cow streaming. Yay! I'm as open as I can be about it, because obviously, but I think it's important that people like know that there's a range. And even though I typically mask a lot when I'm streaming, I still want to be real about it. Like, I can both mask and have struggles in other facets of autism, and you know, it's a spectrum for a reason. Also, that's a cute headpad! I was looking away earlier, so I missed it. Ah! It's a head pack from, I believe it's Mooney? I believe it's Mooney. Hold on. I can actually find who the headpad is by right now, and I should find who the headpad is right now, because I do want to be able to credit them properly. I have it. Where is it? Little Mune. Yeah, it's Mooney. Little Mune. If you're interested in any VTuber assets that are rigged and they are paid for, but they're very good, Little Mune is your gal. That was adorable. Oh yeah. I have my little quirks. My Poyo Echolalia is very much that. Hello, Serpent. Hey. Also, yes. Sorry, I did not scroll down in chat. That's my bad. Hey, Ken, and hey, MJ Rubin. Hi. Also, yes, hello, Ramus, and hi, Caddy. Welcome in. I try to make sure I get everyone. I respect that. That's something I've tried to be more open about myself recently with my anxiety. Of course, there's always the fear of oversharing. But I think to overshare in a moment is to be unmistakably human. And I think there's something beautiful about that. And even though it can be a little embarrassing, and you can then have that conversation about boundary keeping with the people, whoever you're talking to. I think if you're not trying to purposefully overcross into anyone's boundaries, making that mistake is very human to make. Because we all just want bonds and people, and I think oversharing sometimes can be part of that. It's about then reeling back, understanding, and taking the steps to like understand why you overshared, why maybe you felt like you needed to talk to someone so desperately. That's more important, you know? If someone called you a cow, would you feel insulted? Absolutely not. I am literally a cow. Hello! Hi, Ruru Dimara. Hi, hello. Thank you so much for complimenting me. Thank you. My model is the Prism by Accuzone model. And my design mama is Yuxoria, so I seriously recommend it if you like either of their work to check them out. if Hayano's vocal stems were her Pokemon name, she would no longer have a name in history. Hell yeah. Someone told me I had a clever icebreaker thought experiment. Ooh, I think you're naturally quite clever, Shin, I will say. Not like naturally, but like I feel like you're quite well spoken and you tend to think psychologically about stuff. So I think that's pretty on par for what I expect. You're a very thoughtful person, is what I mean. Thank you. That's pretty uplifting to hear. Well, I think when you start coming to terms with who you are as a person, you start realizing that we're all just figuring out the same thing, and we all deserve grace. So it's not really something you have to be thankful for. Hello! Hi, Nellian! Hello! What if they meant it to be insulting? I guess I don't think I'd get upset, because at the end of the day, I'm in a position of sharing myself online, you know? So I think some people are just gonna not like me, and that's okay. And if they call me a cow in an insulting way, then that's their prerogative, you know? But I try my best not to get upset by that, and I don't think that is a monomer that would ultimately upset me, because, yeah, it's literally what I am. And I don't think, I think cows are very lovely, actually. I think Highland cows are adorable, don't get me wrong, but like, all cows are pretty, and they provide so much to our food system, and so much as a benefit to a lot of things. So I don't necessarily think I'd see that as an insult, personally. Chat, who are you picking for wins and waves if you're planning on getting them? Pombine! Team Pombine! I've been waiting for a Pomeranian Pokemon for so long. I love those fluffy little guys. Imagine getting complimented. I don't know. Chat compliments me a lot, so I try to do the same thing. Yeah! Would you take the option to be immune to death and unhealth and aging, and Earth would never be permanently decayed, but you'd never get rid of it, and people enviously found out you were immortal, or waking up as the opposite assigned gender? I think if I woke up as the opposite assigned gender, nothing would really change. Like, I mean, definitely things would change, or maybe, like, how I was perceived would be changed. But, like, for me personally, I don't think anything would inherently. Maybe I'm weird for thinking that, but, like, either way, I'm still just Hayano. You know? I think the trans experience is such a beautiful one that people would be accepting and understanding if I did still want to go by Chia. I mean, of course, there's people who are not going to be, but like I don't mind. I don't know. I don't mind. Pomeranian, yeah. Pomeranians are fantastic. I think I'd prefer that over I think I'd prefer changing gender than being immortal anyway. I think there's so much beauty in impermanence, you know? And there's a lot of beauty in impermanence and not being someone who's constantly around. I mean, of course, there'd be the positivity of being immortal, that you'd get to see like so many people, and you get to meet so many people and see so many beautiful things, and I think that's a real positive about being immortal. But then I also think I'd be incredibly sad to never experience the impermanence of life in its entirety, you know? So yeah. I don't know. Sexism is bad. It is. I know. I dare not overly comment on things. I dare not overly comment on psychology too much, because I am the furthest trained person in psychology that you have ever met. However, I do know what I know, and that's what I know. I hope Pombon doesn't stand up on 2 legs when it evolves. I hope so too. Please stay a big fluffy boy. Please stay a big fluffy boy. I want it to be big. I want it to be huge. And I want it to be fluffy. And I want it to be huggable. And I want it to be so cute. I would lose my marbles, dude. That'd be amazing. Erosion of personality is also a thing. You're absolutely right, Ruru. Oh god. Would I even know myself if I was immortal, you know? Would I continue to know myself, truly? Man, that's, oh, man. Yeah. I don't know. I think there's so many negatives to that one. I mean, there's also many positives, don't get me wrong. However, yeah. Immortality sounds painful. Yeah. Trans people are so rad! Imagine actually transforming like Super Saiyan Goku. You know? He's got spirit. I'm actually going to my first Pride this Saturday. I've never been to a Pride before. Never been to a Pride celebration before, let me say. I'm not doing a whole thing. I'm not going to like the whole parade and stuff. I'm literally just traveling to a nearby city and spending some time with some people, and we're doing like our own little Pride celebration. I don't think I could ever do like the full festival experience, because I probably couldn't do that. However, a lot of people are celebrating this weekend and next weekend, and so I put some time aside to spend it with some other people in my community. And it's the first time I'm gonna be celebrating something publicly. I'm very I couldn't do like the whole big thing, because between my chronic illness and struggling getting around and having to use my cane, I'm still a little bit self-conscious, and I'm still very agoraphobic, unfortunately. But doing something small felt in my capabilities, so I'm doing something small and personal for it, and hopefully it's good. Hopefully it still somewhat matches a traditional Pride celebration. Well, I'm just a psychometrician, but not yet a psychologist, so yeah. But you'll get there, it's Karma. That's cool. That's really cool. I'm glad you found something that you love studying. I always love hearing what people are doing and what they're interested in. It's ever so interesting. It's wonderful, actually. If Hayana was a boy, would that make you a Minotaur? I don't know. Do you know what I'd like to be, actually? If I'd like to be classed as anything, if I'm going through this back and forth gender thing, I'd probably like to be a satyr. Because I like D&D, and that sounds cool as fuck. That's probably the lamest thing I've said all day. I've been acknowledged. No! No, I've been acknowledged. That makes sense. I thought you said I'd been acknowledged. I was like, no! Don't think I ignore anyone. I try not to ignore anyone. I'm just trying to read chat and also not... There's so many people in chat today. I'm like, whoa. 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 Agoraphobia, you're the first person I've seen it with. Claustrophobia seems more common. Yes, I was diagnosed with agoraphobia before I... Was it before my autism diagnosis? No, I think it was after, actually. I think it was... Yeah. I mean, I wasn't formally... So, as a kid, they were pretty sure I was agoraphobic even then, because of, like, obviously, because I was autistic, I'd get overstimulated outside. So for a good many years, my autism got mistaken for agoraphobia. But then I did end up developing agoraphobia because I slowly cut myself off from the world for a couple of years. And I'm still recovering from it. I still struggle going outside. There's times that I don't go outside for, like, literal, like, months on end. It's not great. But I'm working on it. And it's another thing that I'm transparent about. I probably have not properly been outside in, like... This time I think it's only been 2 weeks, which wasn't super bad. Then again, I went out for the doctors, so I think it's been less for the 2 weeks. I had a phone call on the doctors, which kind of makes it easier to avoid going outside. But I think it's been less than 2 weeks this time because I had a doctor's appointment I had to go to. So that was, yeah. Hi, ads is gonna start in about 5 minutes. We take a break during them because I have chronic pain. I gotta stretch my bones. But also, it's so you guys don't miss any content if you don't want to sub, because I don't want anyone to feel like they have to sub, nor do I think if you're in a position where you can't sub, you should be penalized for it in any way. Cities are cool, you're good. Hell yeah! I do have a job, but if Pokemon were real, I'd be a Pokemon professor. Hell yeah! Would you be a bard? Inflict death by roasting? I think I'd be a sorcerer, honestly. Maybe. Can't agoraphobic people also be claustrophobic? Yes, they are different phobias. So agoraphobia is more like scared of the outside, whereas claustrophobia is tight spaces. So you could totally be both. I saw a dude with a leech VTuber avatar, not the weirdest thing I've had. Very cool. That would be cool, actually, I think, at least. But you, sounds rough, but you're open with it, so that's something to be proud of. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's important to be open about it, because I want other people to feel like they can resonate with someone, I guess. I don't know, that sounds a little blub. I summon a shiny. Hi, Mercury! Hello! Also, we are going on ads in 1 minute 44, so I'm not going to immediately start another. I'm going to read chat for a second so that I can catch up. I have to go out for things like shopping, otherwise I simply do not leave the house. I'm bad for it. I will get stuff delivered because I get pain from carrying, like, heavy stuff in my joints anyway, so it's like, it's kind of an excuse, but I should probably not so much use it as an excuse. Sometimes if I'm getting lighter stuff, I probably should just go for the lighter stuff. Hi, Mercury! Hello! Hello! Right. As someone with autism, I can understand. I don't particularly enjoy the job I've had for a few months, but I do appreciate it because it's made me more sociable and more comfortable talking to people outside of family. I think jobs can certainly be positive influences on people for, like, especially autistic people, if they are adapted and you feel accommodated for. They can be very useful tools to reintegrating with society, honestly, in my opinion. But also, that's not for everyone. Everyone's different on the autism spectrum, and they're all going to go through different things. So, I respect people who are open, and are open. So based off of that logic, it must mean that I respect you, which I do. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm just me. Nothing too fancy about it, honestly. So ads are gonna start in about 5 seconds. So we will have about 3 to 5 minutes of ads, and then I will be back. Don't worry, again, you will not miss anything, okay? Alright. And if you want to stick around, feel free to. Mute myself. So if you're here, I'm muted now. Boop.
For us entwined, draw four separate lines, another one points to you. A tangled mess of knots, I confess, but the intent was there. I swear he set our sights on something that we thought was true. So now we sit and stare across a surface spanning the whole state. 2 feet between and miles apart. No words to speak, but here all we can still we haven't got a clue. It falls apart, there's not a heart to beat the hair. It falls apart, there's not a heart to have. It falls apart, there's not a heart to beat the hair. It falls apart if there's not a heart to have. Each word a world all of its own. Each star entered only in groans. The syntax skips semantic slips, and what we're left a growing cleft of language lost tokens unknown. And then I guess we slipped right through and lost all meaning on the way. We ended up a tiny piece of every heart, of every part, of every story, of every grave. It falls apart, there's not a heart to beat the hair. It falls apart if there's not a heart to have. It falls apart, there's not a heart to beat the hair. It falls apart if there's not a heart to have. A tangled mess of knots, I confess, but the intent was there. I swear we set our sights on something that we thought was true. It falls apart, there's not a heart to beat there. And it falls apart if there's not a heart to have. It falls apart, there's not a heart to beat there. It falls apart if there's not a heart to have. If there's not a heart to have. It falls apart, there's not a heart to beat there. It falls apart if there's not a heart to have. It falls apart, there's not a heart to beat there. It falls apart, there's not a heart to have.
Hey, hi, hello. My name is Hayano. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome back for those brief ad breaks. Hello. Hi. It's me. We're here. We're back. Hi, Suspicious Soup. Unfortunately, I can't save because, we're shiny resetting at this point. But hello. Also, thank you to Nellian BT and to oh goodness, to Dino Sharks 550 for the point taxes. They definitely go back into the community and not into my pocket when nobody is looking. Also, thank you for the follow, Lizard on a Stick 69612. Welcome in. I hope you have a wonderful day. And also, play up. I just saw your Instagram video of when you fell asleep on stream. Well, hello. We've certainly had a couple of people coming in today because of that exact reason. So welcome on in. Feel free to get comfy, to hang around, whatever you want to do. Hehe. Today we are just still continuing Grief Case. Still continuing Grief Case. As is customary, we will never be escaping this. Hell, 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 hell. Also, Big Man Boris 27, thank you for the follow, and Alex GB, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. Hi, hello everyone. I'm ever so appreciative of all of the support on all of the platforms. That's a little bit crazy. Y'all are a little bit crazy. Prage, the tongue sows fruits. Hopefully. Hopefully we get the boy. Or the girl. Whatever. I'd like a girl because I'd like to name it Miku. But if it's a boy at this point, it's also getting named Miku. Because all Mikus are canon. We'll never get it. Not with that attitude, you won't. Well, I guess I legally have to. I legally have to be excited about getting it because we're gonna get it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next week, maybe not in a million years, but in my soul. In my soul of souls. I'm already there. I already have it. I already have Piplup. Doesn't even matter. I already have a shiny Piplup. In my soul. In my soul, this hunt is done. Can't hurt me if Soul the Hayano has it. Can't hurt me if Soul Hayano has it, please. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time and a matter of throwing my face at the wall. Truly, it's only a matter of doing it. Truly. I believe in myself, I believe in you, I believe in the you that believes in me, and I believe in the me that believes in you. The journey is also great. It is. I believe. You'll get it one day? I will. When I do, everyone is gonna have to turn down their volume on their respective devices. Please understand this. Do you know what the odds are of you having it by now? It's 4196, I believe, because they put the new odds in the remakes. So it's... Is it 4196 or 4296? I can't remember. Or is it just... No, I think it's just 4096, actually. Because it's 8192... So it's 4096, I think. If I'm not tripping. I might be tripping. I experienced work for the first time today in over 14 years. Well, I hope it went well for you. I hope it went well. At worst, you could have the reputation for a long and hard streak. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what reputation I want to have, to be honest with you. I feel like there's so many reputations I could have at this point, but I'm just gonna go with whatever people want to dub me as. I'm nothing more than a willing participant to the way people moniker me. Yeah, I know that. I mean, what are the odds of you getting it a 1 in 4096 after 1100 attempts? Oh! I think I don't think it... I don't understand maths. I don't understand maths. That was so genuine. I'm so sorry. That was the most genuine I've ever been. I just didn't understand. Ooh. Oh my god. It went alright. We're just gonna move on. We're just gonna roll on. I do believe you'll get into reasonable span of time. Ooh, I'm lightheaded. Yeah, hopefully. Whoa. It went alright, but I was extremely socialized out by the end of it. Well, I'm proud. I'm very proud. I know it's slightly parasocial to be proud of someone online. However, kick ass. You kicked ass. After 12288, the odds are that about 7/8 that you would have it by then, roughly. Oh. Right, I see. The answer is roughly 93.2%. No, the other way around, 6.8. 6.82. Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. I don't know maths. Genuinely, I don't. It's been so long since I did maths at school. It has been so long. It's so over. It's so over, dude. Who bequeaths me with a message upon this day? Who pings my Discord upon this transparent evening? It's actually tech help. It's tech help that's pinging me on this transparent evening. Oops. Well, actually, if you're providing me with tech help, you can keep pinging me. That's okay. If it's tech help about how to fix a thing that I asked about how to fix, that's fine. That's me. We're gonna pretend that I was always polite about that. Okay. I know the estimate of 1.5 time. Wait, 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 is imperfect. Oh, okay. For your number specifically, it's 6.58%. So it's 6.58% that I would have it? Or 6.58% that I wouldn't have it? Because if it's 6.58% that I wouldn't have it, please don't say it's 6.58% that I wouldn't have it. Oh. What do you mean? That's so bad. It's so bad. We're so cooked. We're so cooked, dude. We're so cooked. We're so cooked. You're getting very unlucky. That's par for the course. I'm a pretty unlucky person. Take the unluckiest person you know, and then assume that I'm like only like I'm like 0.01% more unlucky than them. Take the unluckiest person you know, and somehow I'm like a little bit unlucky. I saw this TikTok where it was like every friend group has that one guy who drops their phone in an elevator and it like perfectly like lands between the elevator shaft in like it like shoots down in the most perfect way. That's me. I'm that friend. Unironically. And this is why I don't go outside anymore. There should be encouragement that you cannot remain unlucky for much longer. You don't... You don't know who I am. You don't know who I am. You don't know who I am. Of course, that actually means nothing, but it can make you feel better about things. No, I agree. I agree. It'll be here. It'll be fine. I'm playing up. I'm playing it up. I'm absolutely playing it up. Do not worry. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. My friend took 30k in a 1 in 8192 reset hunt. Well, I'm not alone. We all get unlucky sometimes. I'm not going up to 30k. If I get to 20k and it's not home, I don't think I will ever play this game again. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Game, I'm joking. Game, I'm joking. Game, I'm joking. I do not mean that. I will play you as much as you want. Just don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Look, guys, it's gonna be fine. Look at this. Here's the shiny. Come on. Well, we tried. And all that matters is we tried. Oh no, that could be a prediction about my phone because I use the elevator often. No! No! He got it yesterday though. Luck is in the air then. Don't, also should, no, don't do that to yourself. Just don't, be careful. Be so careful for the next couple of days. I don't want my bad luck to rub off on anyone in chat. This is why Hayano doesn't gamble in the game corner. This is also why I don't play gacha games. Imagine it actually was. I want a clip. I want a clip so bad. Do you know how many times I've like hammered? How many times I've fished? How many times I've reached out for that to be the clip? Because I think that would be so funny after like 1100 tries. I don't know, is it 1100? I do this all the time. I'm just math bad. Anyway, either way. 11,000 I think it is, actually. Yeah, it's 11,000. I remembered. I remembered because we had this conversation and I made the exact same mistake back then. I can't number well. But you know what I can do well? Hit the A button over and 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 over over. Ooh. We sure do all get unlucky sometimes. When ZA came out, I spent the whole afternoon and pulled an all-nighter hunting shiny Beldum using the teleport method with shiny charm. Ooh. Yeah, we all get absolutely blipped. We all get absolutely exploded sometimes. Don't worry about it, man. We up here. We be up here. Just say this is the one every time so you're guaranteed a clip. No, it's gotta be more authentic than that. It won't feel right if it's not authentic. It's gotta be every couple of ones when I feel it in my loins. When I feel it in my nuts? When I feel it in my horns. They're all bad. They're all bad. It's all bad. I have no idea about Pokemon, but this looks like torture a little. I'm torturing myself for you guys today, chat. I see often that I say I would do something or feel something, and then later I have zero control over myself and taking actions to do the opposite. Oh boy. I've not had a really unlucky experience yet. I pray you never do. May your shinies always come on time. The most unlucky one turned out to be the one I was just doing wrong and had to restart, but then got it under odds. Hey, that's always a nice little boon. It always feels a little bit crushing when you feel like you've like done a hunt wrong, I have been really nervous about this hunt because for some reason I'm convinced I've done something wrong. There's no way I've done something wrong. However, I am convinced I have. Honestly, I haven't checked my trainer ID on this file. I'm call me superstitious as hell, but I'm like super superstitious if there's like a lot of 4s in my trainer ID that I do not get shinies. So I haven't looked because I'm nervous. I'm nervous that it's just gonna be all 4s, and that's why this hunt has been cursed. I don't have the patience. If I'm really unlucky, I just stop.
Into the void help relieve the pain of no shiny Piplup.
Liliv! Screaming in the void does. Into the void does help. I will say. Hi, Liliv! Hello! Hello, Liliv! But yeah, I get that if you're over odds, just take a break. Or maybe just say, "Fuck it." You know? Just say no more. Go on. I know it should sparkle, but sometimes I feel like I need to double check. Like actually this reassures my certainty and a will rigging my life to make me act ironically. Yeah, I get it. Sometimes I say stuff and I'm like, that would never happen, and then it literally happens and I'm like, way to make a liar out of me, life. Way to immediately make me... It's like why I never make confident sweeping statements like, I've never messed this up in my life. Because the minute I say, I've never messed this up in my life, I'm going to immediately mess this up in my life. It's just gonna happen. One special Sinistra and cookies, please. Listen, the special Sinistra teacups have to pick you, unfortunately. They're floating around from time to time, but they pick who they want to be drunk out of. Is that correct? Drunk? I've never won $10 million. Excellent. We're all gonna do this. I love saying stuff like, I've never made a mistake, excluding the times I've made mistakes. Yeah. Let me give it a try. You get a shiny in the next 3 tries. Quick, repeat that line. Yeah. I'd never win $10 million. And the reason I say dollars is because it makes it extra scandalous. I've never messed this up in my life, I say before doing a sword swallowing trick. Now! Now you will surely win millions! Trillions! Bajillions. Swantillions. I'm going to be the richest woman in the world, and then instantly become the unrichest woman in the world because I can't hoard money for the life of me. I'll be like the richest person in the world for 2 seconds, and then they'll be like, "Where did all of your money go?" And I'll be like, "Artists." Not in stocks, artists. I wanted to see someone animate my D&D character. Oh. Not sure if my math is right, but 1 in 4096 odds is like 0.0024%. Oh. Oh. I don't know. That is correct. Yeah, and pathetic people don't say wealthy long. Oh fuck, I'm doomed. Guys, we've picked the wrong horse to bet on. We have picked the wrong horse to bet on. Was that free? That may have been 2, in which this is free. We're on thin ice. We're on thin ice. I could many things, like physical games, Pokemon cards, and collectibles. Money is not one of them. Real. Hoard. Oh yeah, hoard many things. You pronounce the letter R very strongly with someone with an iconic British accent. Do I have an iconic British accent? I don't think I do. I think my British accent is absolutely mangled. It's so mangled. It's because I moved around a lot as a kid. So I don't think I really do have a very classically British accent. But I think I have one that's a little muddied. It's a little muddied because I moved around a lot as a kid. And then it's also a little muddied because I actually learned to speak English from my granddad, and English is not his first language, which is very funny.
For the shiny.
Hello, Night Virus! Hi! Hello! Thank you for the shiny. Imagine the shiny comes home. It does not. However, because you kind of resubbed between roles, perhaps this will be the one. You know? Perhaps this will be the one. But thank you for resubbing with Prime. I really do appreciate it. Basically, all of the money I get out from the stream when Twitch does decide to pay me, I try and make sure everything goes back into it as much as I can. I don't want you guys worrying about sustaining me. I work towards sustaining myself in my free time. My free time do I have free time anymore? Maybe not. Granted, I just don't recognize British accents because I'm just normal to me. Yeah. Crumpets. Kaya is actually German. I do have German heritage. Whoa. Free time? What is that? Getting shorter and shorter every day. I watch you in my free time. Yeah! It's our free time now, comrade. We're being silly together. It's our free time. So, what did you guys think of oh, I didn't mean to sleep mode. What did you guys think of what's something hip and in with the kids today? Thank you for the headset. What do you guys think of that new TikTok trending dance? That seems like an easy thing to bond over, to fake knowing. It's not free time if you're working for someone else. Hee. I mean on stream, not that way. Whoa. British? What have I missed? I'm British. Me. Alpha! Hi, Alpha. Everyone who is new to the stream, if you've seen Teddy around, who is one of my mods, this is my other mod, Alpha. Alpha. Hehehe. How is your government mandated break? How's your government mandated break? I'm too old to even try to pretend. Scholar. I hate TikTok from the bottom of my heart. I'm sorry, Ruru. I'm sorry, Ruru. Do I want fried chicken or pizza for dinner? Oh, man. Pizza is so good, but, like, this is the kind of weather that I'm like, oh, man. The minute you said fried chicken, I was like, damn. Fried chicken would slap now. Would slap. Be so good. Would absolutely slap. There is a British cow and a British snake here. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Government mandated shinies for Hayato. I wish. I wish. I wish so dearly. Okay, assuming I can only have one. I'm making wonton soup for lunch. Oh man, that does sound good. It's not. Oh man, clear broth. Clear broth is so good. I love it. I know it's like plain, quote unquote, but sometimes it just hits. Sometimes it just hits. I hate TikTok with all of my heart. I gotta be thankful for TikTok because TikTok was the first place I hit 1,000 people who were interested in my content. And then after that, it was YouTube, and then it was Twitch, and then really recently it's been Instagram, which has then rocketed ahead of everything, which is... Whoa. 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 Pete skin. Chicken. Cheats. Cheats. Is it cheetza? Pizza. Cheats. Hiya, what if Miku won't come home because Miku does not talk to British people? Why? I ate blended avocado with condensed milk. Absolute blast. I don't know how I feel about that. But you know? Hold on. Because, like... I think it's the earthiness of the avocado that might get me on that. Because texturally, I think it would be good. Because, like, the fats with the condensed milk, I think that would slap. But I don't know if the earthiness would... But I guess matcha's kind of earthy tasting. So I don't know. Maybe. Maybe that would work. Also, hey, Hayano, I made it to a stream. Hi, Benji! Hi! Hello, hello! Hello! It's nice that you're getting recognized. Thank you, Ruru. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the well wishes about my silly little career. Can I call it a career now, guys? Am I professional enough to call it a career now? Is that something I can do? Actually, no, I don't want to call it a career because then if I call it a career, then I'll have to do the thing where it's like, hey, what do you do for your living? And then they have to explain that I stream on the internet, and then they're gonna think I stream on the internet in the other way. So, like, nothing that is wrong with the other way. There's nothing wrong with that. Make your money how you make your money. Every industry is required. But it's not for me. And I panic. Hehe, I am Hayano Muller. It is me, Hayano Muller. Muller. I appreciate your compliment that I was clever in general. I don't know. I always get the vibe. I always get the vibe. Different chatters give different vibes, you know. 1,100 followers. Yes, it's your hobby and it makes you income. Okay, cool. Yay! It's my hobby that makes me income. Sometimes. Twitch didn't pay me. Twitch didn't pay me, but then my balance went down, so I got a little confused, but then Twitch didn't pay me. So I don't really know what's going on there. Twitch didn't pay me. But it's fine. It's not a big deal. I don't mind. I just, you know. Call it a passion or a hobby. Passion is pretty. I like passion. You called it a job, now you have to do taxes. I don't make enough to do taxes. In fact, I actively discourage people from subbing. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. When I get super big and super professional with my content, then I'm like, okay, cool. But right now I'm like, I actively discourage people because I'm like, I will do whatever I can to make this content as free and accessible as it can be. Do not. That's my deal with chat. I think Twitch is big enough now that you can say you're a Twitch streamer. Yeah. Yeah. I just don't know if I give off that vibe. I don't know if I give off that vibe. Oh yeah, I stream on OnlyFans. Yeah, I guess you would say that. I mean, I don't. That was just me reading out chat. Please don't get the wrong idea. That life is respectable and wonderful, but it's not for me personally. So I've had a couple of people ask recently, and I'm like, oh, it's a wonderful career choice for some people because they enjoy that line of work. However, it's not one that I'd ever personally feel comfortable going into. I have terrible body dysmorphia. I look like the swamp monster crawls underneath my skin IRL in my own to myself, I mean. And that's why I don't think I could ever do content like that, because I think you have to inherently be professionally objective about it. You don't think it's worth it to sub? I think right now I'm at a very Hayano time of my life, which means I'm learning how to be less of a shiftling monster and more of like a person who is doing things. So yeah. That's me. That's me. Just don't press on subs, that's more than enough. Yeah, that's exactly it. I'm like, if you want to, you can, but I just don't think it's worth it at this point in time. I think I think I'm getting to the point where I'm like getting to be a better content creator. And like, at that point, I'll be like, yeah, you know? Your streaming career fucks you mentally in the long run. I get it. I do get it. I don't know. I think some people like have a real love of it and a real passion for it and they enjoy it. So, well, like I said, all the respect to them. As long as they're doing it for themselves, you know? So I shouldn't sub. No, I generally not recommend it. I'm still doing a lot of work on who I am as a person and who I am as a streamer. I have my regulars who are like so convinced, right? But like for me, I also want to be able to keep this as accessible as I physically can, because I want to make sure that the people who are here who can't sub get the same amount of content, get the same amount of equality. And I don't think you should have to pay for a stream in order to see it, you know? That's just me. That's just where I'm at in my life. And I listen. I understand that's a very privileged take. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for gifting a community sub. Thank you for gifting a community sub, Benji. I very much appreciate it. However, that's never required. The point I'm making is, I understand that's a very privileged take that I have, right? That's a very privileged take that I have right now. But I want to get to the standard where I am a professional and ensure that being a professional is something that I can do for you all before I make this my full-time thing, you know? Even then, even after I make it a full-time thing, quote unquote, I still think I want to make sure that the content is there first. Yeah, I think it's making the content there. I really appreciate it though. I truly fucking appreciate it. Because at the end of the day, my full other income comes to me living. Basically, you guys fund any upgrades that happen on the stream. So whenever we get a new overlay, whenever we get new emotes, it's you guys directly funding that by, like, subbing for stuff. And I always want to try and make it that as long as I feasibly can, you know? Eventually that's not going to be possible. Like I said, it's a very privileged take because I'm living off of savings right now. But like one day it'll be an issue, but then I'll just go back to work for a bit. I'll deal with my agoraphobia for a couple of months, and I'll come home and lie in bed with the lights off for several hours. and then I'll have savings again to be able to do it. You know? I'm just trying to make sure it's it. If you think that reaction is appreciated, you should see it when someone drops 10 gifted. We have someone, and I don't know who they are, but every couple of months, not even every couple of months, I'd say every month or so, they come in and they just anonymously drop 5 gifted. I don't know who it is.
This is why we all die, our goddess. All pray to Aya.
Do not pray to Haya. There's someone who comes in every like month who anonymously drops like 5 subs, and I don't know who it is, and I won't know who it is because it's anonymous, right? And then they just leave, and I'm like, who are you? I at least want to be able to thank you. If you're gonna fund the stream, at least let me thank you. Let me thank you. God damn it. Thank you for the headpads. Gasp, Pokemon? Yeah, I'm doing shiny hunting. Hello, Nephrotic Spider. Thank you. I appreciate all of the compliments, genuinely. Thank you for the headpads. I'm convinced it's Radish. I don't think it is Radish, because every time Radish does it, he likes to gloat in chat. So I don't think it is Radish, because I think he likes holding it over chat's head when he does it. I don't have the money to sub on my own, let alone gift, but if I did gift subs, I would do it anonymously. Really? I wonder what the I know you said it's not you because of personal reasons, of course. But like, why I guess I'm asking about why you'd want to do it anonymously, because like I'd really want to be able to thank the person that did it and be like, here is literally the thing you were funded. Like last time we did it, I literally said, hey, here is the raid alert that you guys have funded. Here is the stuff that you guys have funded. And I want you guys to like be able to see stuff like that, you know? Some people are just incredibly generous and don't want thanks. Yeah. But I want to be able to prove to them that like I'm making stuff with it, that you guys are being able to see like that I'm funding into stuff, and that the very real things that you give are like I want to be like, here, this is literally tangibly what I did with your money. This is literally, you gave something to the community, and now I'm giving this to the community as well. We're both paying into it. Hello? Thank you, anonymous gifter, for the 5 community subs. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? I don't know if this is the same person or if it's someone else, but thank you. I really appreciate it. As soon as I figure out what Twitch is doing with my money, I promise I'll get it into the channel. I have stuff I'm working on, I promise. It's going into the channel. I promise. For example, I was always taught to be authentic about your generosity, you can't be showy about it. I see. Okay. I guess that makes sense. I mean, they're here now. I don't know. That might have just been someone who was like, who also wanted to like do stuff like that, you know? I don't know. Thank you. I'm away. If it was you, thank you as per usual. You're very lovely. But also, you never need to do this. And like I said, if I don't know. I feel like I've got to make sure that, like... Oh, man, I don't know. I've got to make sure that, like... Anonymous is anonymous. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. If there's anything you ever want, and you, like... If you were the anonymous guy, and you want to message me on, like, a website, and be like, here, I did this. Can you fund it into this? I will do it. I will, in fact, do it. If you're like, here's the proof that that was me. Can you please fund into this thing? I will absolutely do it. I will double down on it. It's Ayana! Life is meaning again. Hi, Mino! This feels like the kind of thing I would say is me, but I'm not in the mood right now. That's fair, Seth. Okay, they definitely watch, and it's like some Batman-like activity going on. Gifting subs is an easy way to gain favor without actually being authentic. I guess. I think... People always get my thanks for it, but then if they take the piss, it's like a, hey, don't take the piss with it though. Like, I'm very thankful, but I don't want, like, to have a little bit of sway over me, that's fine. But to imply that you want, like, sway over all of chat, that's the only thing I'd be concerned about. And even then, because the sway over me, I can be like, hey, I don't really want to do that, but I'll try to accommodate something else, you know? If I was the anonymous person, I would blame it on someone random. Look at me flashing my money around without having to say it out loud. I guess. I don't know. I think I'm kind of naive in the way I generally wanna... I wanna appreciate the best in people? I don't want to expect it, but I don't also want to... I also want to lay on the side that it's a positive thing, you know? I typically prefer phone anyway. It's the way it's actually helping you, unless it's going to Twitch. Yeah, that's fair. I feel that. I want to misremember this and misattribute this, but I believe Adon was the one who bought my cane last. I in the back of my brain, I'm pretty sure that is the case. Yes. And that was incredibly helpful. That was beyond helpful. Thank you again for replacing my cane. It was... I use that cane daily. Wait, what? What if it's Hayato herself? I would love to be in the position where I could just gift you all subs. If I was privileged enough to be in the position where I could make sure you all had like an ad-free viewing, I would totally do it. I would absolutely do it. If I was privileged enough to be able to do that, I'd gift subs to all of my community members so they wouldn't have to ever watch ads. Unfortunately, I am not so privileged. I find out a lot of streamers tend to favor people who donate, which is why I'm happy you're not like that. I mean, I think, like, I understand why some people might do that, but, like, if you're... Okay, let's put it this way, right? And this is gonna sound kind of weird, okay? This is gonna sound kind of weird. But... if someone is watching my stream for several hours of their day, and they're choosing to spend their free time with me, in my head, you are spending literal parts of your lifetime. And that might sound a little intense. I understand that sounds a little intense. But you are literally choosing to hang out with me and choosing to spend time in my stream for several hours a day. That's on its own monumentous. That is on its own insane, actually. So, like, I don't know. Just doing that is enough for me. You know? So, bleh, bleh. So you're privileged, but not that privileged. So believe I'm privileged enough.
Thank you.
Thank you for the follow. Hello, hello. Wait, hold on. Let me see you. Let me see you. Hey, hi, hello to is it Hero? As in like a J is pronounced as a H? If so, Hero Valero, welcome in, welcome in. If it's not, it's Jero. But either way, welcome in. I hope you have a wonderful day. I get it. It's a very complicated thing, I think. Hi, hello. What was I gonna say? Sorry, my brain short-circuited. I usually gift subs as a favor for streamers being incredible nice and helping my self-esteem. Well, I hope you find ways to help your own self-esteem as well. Like, you deserve to be proud of yourself. Everyone deserves to be, like, happy with themselves, you know? In their own right. But I know that takes a while. You know what I mean? Hi! That's why I like people with that mentality. My favorite creator is who's someone who's pretty big, not gonna say who, literally cried when he reached a certain milestone because he couldn't meet or thank every single person who supported him. I think that's so beautiful. There's something so beautiful about that. I can't guarantee that I'd be like that. I don't want to inarticulate how I'd be if I ever got to that point, because I don't know. And I don't know if I'd change. I kind of hope I wouldn't, because... But I don't really have a lot of, like, faith in myself at the same time. Like, I try and be genuine every day of my life, but, like... Okay, this kind of ties into the privilege conversation. I grew up incredibly poor. We grew up incredibly poor. We did. And so for me, being privileged now is being able to have savings where I can do this, and I can keep the lights on, and I can keep my belly full. That is privileged to me. And my definition of privileged might not be the same as anyone else's. But for me, that is where I'm at personally. Because I'm not a kid anymore who had to skip meals because they were scared of the electricity going out, or defaulting on bills all the time. I stepped into the role of handling my finances, well, our family's finances, pretty early in life. So that's what I mean by I'm very privileged now to not worry immediately about that. And I think it's really important that I live within my means, and I still like take care of myself and that. But I tend not to want for much because I get a little panicky about wanting for a lot. Even though we're not in that dire straits anymore. Like, obviously, we're still not great off, don't get me wrong. Like, the car started flubbing up the other day, and it was like such a terrifying moment, but then it was like, oh yeah, we could feasibly afford the repair and then not have to default on rent. So it wasn't as scary as it was before. Like, before it was like this is the end of, you know? This is like, I'm gonna like feel so anxious I can't eat, but it's good that I'm so anxious I can't eat because that's good. So I feel very privileged that it's no longer like that day by day. Money being power sucks, but I think there's also a lot of power in community, and I think people forget that because there's so many stakes driven in between, like, community, and I think it's still powerful though, and if we can get to a place where we help each other out and we make sure that we're covering for each other where we can, not outside of our own means, but in our own means, and also making sure that we're emotionally there for each other, I guess. Like I said, I'm probably the worst person to talk to about this because I'm not good at articulating myself, nor am I very well studied on stuff. That's the same for me. I'm privileged to have a roof over my head and being able to feed myself and my mother, and sometimes buy the things I like. When things get rough, I tend to think about the people who don't have all that. Think about the people who have to sit on the ground and leave the overhang of a store when it storms. Yeah. Because for a while, we were barely scrubbing in from that not being us, you know? And that's scary. Because like I said, I was pretty... It's always been pretty obvious that I've been autistic. I think part of the reason it took me so long to get diagnosed was another reason of, like, it was, like, so on the back burner compared to everything else. But I struggled so much as a kid. So, you know. Anyway, TLDR. TLDR. I in a situation where I still have situations where big amount of monies have to be, like, cropped out, and I'm like, in my head I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. The dread. But I'm working on it. I think that's why I'm largely agoraphobic, because if you don't go outside, you don't have to spend money. Well, not largely why I'm agoraphobic, I mean more like why my agoraphobia probably hasn't gotten as much better as I want it to be. Because I'm still like, if you don't go outside, you don't spend money. So yeah, that's... I need to get better about that as well. By the way, happy Pride! Yeah, happy Pride to everybody! Let me have a look. Where are we at? Ugh. Alright, ads are gonna start in 27 seconds. As I've always said, we take breaks during ads so that I can get some stretchies in. And then we also, you know, right? I take stretch breaks. You don't miss any content, especially if you can't sub. Hence why I take breaks, we take breaks. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I'm awkward. Okay, I'll see you in 5 minutes because I feel like I got too real then.
We ran out and headed for an underground in a thunderstorm, holding on in a yellow light. I pray for rain twice a night. I'll be waiting for the next time. We get stuck in a tornado. I don't care if it is raining, as long as I'm with you. I'll be waiting for the end in a house that's built with the frame that bends. If the floorboards speak like a leaky pen, we can run. I'll be waiting for the rain in a mill that's gone, but the wheel remains. If the river flows, it's against the grain, we can run. I'll be waiting for the next time. We get stuck in a tornado. I don't care if it is raining, as long as I'm with you. I'll be waiting for the next time. I get stuck in a tornado. I don't care if it is raining, as long as I'm with you. As long as I'm with you. Years ago, 1 month today, the second left but lost my way, and now I turn through heather walls. When Jenny says she's seen it all, she means from here to down the hall, and she is right in her own way. But I'm running out of string, and I ruin everything. But I'm running out of string. Come back and you'll still find me. And I ruin everything. Come back and you'll still find me. At the premiere, I don't know when time begins. I don't know when time begins. At the premiere, I don't know when time begins. I don't know when time begins. The flowers hang a violet hue. The clocks run back, and so should you. As Jenny starts her old.
Hey, hi, hello. Hey, hi, hello. Whoa. We've been chatting up a storm. Chatting up a storm. Ugh. Woo. I remember someone asked earlier about the Nintendo Direct. I'm doing a callback. Chat, I'm doing a callback. we actually streamed our reaction to... We streamed our reaction to the Nintendo Direct. But for me, I'm most looking forward to... Let me remember. The new Fire Emblem, of course. I'm a big Fire Emblem fan. I played the shiz out of Fire Emblem, both Fates and Free Houses. So I'm very excited for that. New Fire Emblem, hell yeah, with different paths, hell yeah. I'm also interested, I did not play the original trilogy, but I am in fact interested in a new Xenoblade. It looks very, very good. Very good. Hello, hi! Also, Sagao! Hi! Hello! Oh my god, so many familiar faces have popped in today. Also, Sagao, thank you for the point taxes. They go back into the community and definitely not into my pocket when no one is looking. Why is my chat not working? Huh? Is Stream Elements down? Is Stream Elements down?
Pray to Goddess Ayano for Sha return.
Hello? Oh no, I think Stream Elements is down. Is Stream Elements down? Downtime performance. Oh, it's downtime. Right, okay. Okay, I guess we're not gonna have chat. I guess we're not gonna have chat. Goodbye, chat. Well, at least not have chat on screen. Have we had any shinies? Nope. No. No, no, no. No shinies yet. I ate chat, my bad. It's gone. They said no more chat, which is really upsetting. No! No, my comfort creature chat! Was it minted? Have you got your bogus minted? What? Your bogus minted. Photos printed? Bogus minted. I love that video. I love that video so much. We distracted Hayano with philosophy. Yeah, I was deeply distracted with philosophy. Not even Nostali? Nope. We're going strong though. Sticking to my guns. But yes, I haven't played any of the Xenoblade trilogy, but I'm really looking forward. I almost said I'm really fucking forward, which no. I'm really looking forward to the new Xenoblade game because it actually looks really good. It's artistically very pretty. It's like the models are like very pretty. The models are very, very pretty. I like the stylization of them. Team Yowie Locked. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow.
Do
I
you
hope
look
you have
like
a
you know
wonderful
what
day.
a JPEG is? He just want a picture of a
God.
god dong. Hot dog.
Do I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. I love that. I love it. I love it. Welcome to Briefcase Hell Simulator. Welcome. We've been here. We've been here. I have no stems somehow. Honey. Honey, you are doomed. You are doomed because I am the pariah of Sims. And quite frankly, I am a gremlin on top. So, you either get with it or you somehow stay immune, which is quite lucky, actually. The 3 things I was excited for from the Direct was Pokopia DLC, Kingdom Hearts 4, and Ocarina of Time remake. So the headliners. No, I'm joking, they weren't the headliners. But, I mean, some of them were. I think Kingdom Hearts 4 and Ocarina of Time remake were the headliners.
Also, playa, 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 playa.
You do an Immaculate Southern impression? No, it's so bad. Thank you, though.
I will hydrate. Thank you, William.
The first thing I thought with the JPEG was the United Bank of Money. Remake, no new game. Big Walk looks fun, though. Big Walk looks really fun. My brain's just connecting its own dots at this point. Everyone's does with memes. Like, when every single time people has, like... every single time people has the conversation about the memes, I go... Me and the boys at 2 AM, look at my baked beans! Because... that is extreme meme to me. Same story. The 2D FF looks so cute though. Yeah, the new Final Fantasy looked cute. Also, Iris, I saw you earlier.
Hello, Iris. Hi.
I mean, something I was laughing about earlier was a ninja where he says, "Do not send me your things, okay?" Wait, is Hayano also currently a NEET? Technically, I'm attempting to be a reformed NEET. Hayano a couple of years ago, full NEET. Full NEET. Now I'm a NEET in therapy! Yeah. Hey, G-O, you can take me. Yay! Therapy! God, you're in my walls. I am. I'm in all of my viewers. All of my viewers, you don't have to worry about being parasocial with me, because you can't be parasocial with me. Because I warn you, A, do not let anyone be parasocial. B, don't be parasocial. And C, I'm parasocial with you. No, I'm joking. Don't be parasocial with anyone, kids. My brain just AWOL because I've been long enough. Awake too long, I'm surviving on the Japanese import monster. Please! Sleep! Or at least, if you can't sleep, which I understand, insomnia is bad, and it can be really bad. Just lay down and at least rest your eyes.